everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I'm coming to you live this afternoon from my craft studio in Wasaga Beach, Ontario. I'm back in the craft studio. If you saw my lunch break on Tuesday, I was not in my craft studio. I was actually at a 3-day retreat, and I have to tell you, it was fabulous. I call it Girls Get Away. Um, Sometimes weekend, sometimes retreat, depending whether it's on a weekend or during the week. So this was a retreat, and it's just our chance to get away from all the regular stuff, all the chores, all the mom activities, the wife activities, the activities that we do, the things that are, they are valuable and wonderful parts of our lives, but they're not just for us. And so these 3 days are just for us, hanging out with other women that enjoy some sort of handicrafts and having all your meals prepared for you, the dishes done for you, um, pretty much a schedule of doing what you want when you want. It's wonderful and it fills my cup. Another awesome bunch of ladies, a number of whom were there for the very first time. They've done other retreats, but they haven't done the girls' getaway before. And so that is always a fabulous thing. And I feel honored and privileged that they chose my event to join. So thank you to everyone who was there. You made it a spectacular time, and I am truly grateful. So, alrighty, what else do we have? If you were not at that one, but you're sort of missing the retreat vibe and the goodie box that goes along with it and all the fun surprises and everything else. I have an online one coming up in July. It's the online global retreat, and it will include um demonstrations from Louise from the UK, Terry from the United States, Sarah from Australia, and myself. So that's always a fun time as well. We have some of the events are on Zoom, some of them are in a private Facebook group. You have make and takes, you have demonstrations, you have sharing. We ask that people post what they've created, and it's always amazing to see the creativity and what everyone has done as they take our ideas and just, go with it and make it their own. It's a fabulous time as well. So if you want in on the online global retreat, um, you need to do that really soon. That's July 9th to 11th. And so I need to get that product ordered and I need to get it shipped out to you at the beginning of July. So you have just a few more days to register for that. Okay, shall we do some crafting? Let's head down here. I guess I should get this up on my tablet so I can see who's here and what they're saying and all those fabulous things. Okay, so for today, what do we have? We have a card that we are going to make starting with a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I'm using Peaceful Pine for this card. And then I have a piece of designer series paper that is 5.25 by 4. And if you're not familiar with this one, I, why is she rubbing her her designer series paper? That's odd, isn't it? Well, it is unless you are using the Velvet Meadow specialty designer series paper because it's fuzzy. I don't know that you can see that on camera. You can see that it's raised, though. Do you see how that's raised? All that raised paper is velvet. So it's it's really fun. So that's one of the pieces, 5.25 by 4. And then I have two designer series paper circles. I said about 2.25 inches or so. These are the 2 3/8 punch. And again, not sure that you can see it because there's not as much, but the white on here is the velvet. So we have some gorgeous berry burst flowers and some peaceful pine leaves, but then the white is velvet. Two pieces of that. piece of designer series paper that is oh, sorry, not designer series paper, cardstock. Piece of cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 1.5. And I have embossed mine just to add a little extra fun to it. And then some sort of strip that you can stamp a sentiment on. Okay, so let's get crafting. You can make this card landscape or portrait, does not matter. So if you have cut your paper, did I put, don't remember whether I put talls and wides on these measurements or not. But if I did, I probably said I was going to do it portrait, and when I was cutting, I decided to do it landscape. So, so this one, this one's going to be landscape. Not that it's all that noticeable, but I did cut these flowers to be going this direction. Okay, so mine is going to be landscape. Yours may be whatever you choose. Let's start with a sentiment. I am going to use, hey, Kathy, welcome. Use the thank you sentiment from Lovely Arrangements because I have some thank you cards I need to send. So I'm going to come in with my Berry Burst ink. I'm going to always use thank you cards. Always handy to have some around. And I'm going to stamp this and just see. I cut this strip because I like how the long strip looks on the cardstock. And I wasn't quite sure. Sorry to be late. Oh, you're not really late. We've only just begun. Oh, look, it fits. It fits just fine. I was a little bit worried that it might look a little bit squished onto the piece, but it doesn't. It fits just fine. So there we go. Okay. And I'm going to clean that because I'm going to use this on my next card, and I will not be using Berry Burst ink, so that would make a fine mess. Okay, so now there's just some really easy assembly, and you can do this however you wish, but I am going to put these circles onto, actually I'm going to do it maybe this way. I want to see, I want to see these pieces. That'll be okay. Don't think I want it quite like that. I think I want them off-centered. We are going to lose some of the flowers. I wasn't, I just picked up the paper and punched. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to where on the paper. Maybe we can do it this way and capture a little bit more. And we get quite a bit of the pink there. Okay, that will work. Yeah, yes. You can call me many things, but don't call me late for dinner or crafting, right? You are not too late for crafting. Okay, so let's pull that off. I'm going to put this down fairly close to the top and the left edge. And then I'm going to this one. And again, you can put these circles wherever you wish. Put it fairly close to the bottom and the right edge. And then I think what I'm going to do is come in with this on dimensionals. So let's put this on first, because this, of course, is going to be not tricky, but just you have to be mindful and not put your glue all the way to the edges. I am going to use liquid glue because this is embossed and this is narrow. So it's a little bit of a double whammy on the, let's make sure we're well secured. But let's not go out to the edges to do that. Okay. There we go. So I'm using Peaceful Pine, the venue where I host my retreats is, it's the most incredible place. It's nestled amongst pine trees, but in a residential area. So you drive down a street past all these houses and you turn in their driveway and boom, you are transported uh, somewhere else completely. Like it's so incredible that, you thought you were just in a suburb or a town or, just driving through the houses. And then all of a sudden you are in the wilderness and it's beautiful. And there's little trails around the property and stuff so you can walk and see things. It's a Christian camp. So there's also all these little signboards just, praising and being thankful and grateful for the nature and all the beautiful things that surround us. So it's a very interesting walk through the property. If you take time out from your crafting, which this retreat many of people did because it was lovely weather. Often when I'm hosting, it's kind of winter-like, and not as many people are as eager to go outside for a walk, but it was beautiful. We ate our lunch outside one day. We took our group photo outside. Someone said, "We've never done that before." And I have done it, but perhaps that person wasn't at that particular event. But it doesn't happen all that often because usually it's a little chilly out there when we are there. So, okay, where have my in color gems gone? Here they are, I think. I could use berry burst, couldn't I? I was going to use the peaceful pine, and I still may, but I'm thinking if I have a bright pink, I have strawberry slush, but oh, that does not go. Not at all. There are not, there aren't, that's also strawberry slush. Yes. There's no berry burst gems, I don't believe. So there might be something. Oh, maybe in here. So these are the somebody sparkle sequence from the Sun Coast. They're a little, oh no, I think they might make that pop, eh? So quick check through a few more of these, see if there's anything else. Sunset Sparkle, yes. So they may work. Let's just see. I don't have a lot of deep pinky purpley gems in my stash right now. No, I think that is my choice, but I think that will work. I think that those will coordinate very nicely. If you don't have the darker berry burst, you go with the bright pink, which picks up the lighter pink from there. Okay. Just use these. There we go. Just a little bit of sparkle. So now we've got tactile velvet, we've got sparkle, we've got all the things. Perfect card. All right, get back in there, you guys. I was cutting strips of these for kits I was making, so I have little bits left. Alrighty, so card number 1. Ah, thanks, Kathy. Kind of an easy layout, but doesn't have to be complicated to be lovely. So this time, maybe I'll hold true to my word. I don't honestly remember if I said I was going to do a portrait or landscape, but I'll do this one portrait and then you will see it both ways. So we have pool party, standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then for my circles, I wanted to use paper from the square snippets. Just a little quickie glance of that. So that's what I did. I punched out my circles. And then I was looking for something for the background, and there's not really anything in there that was suitable. So we went with embossed cardstock instead. Okay. So it's not going to be designer series paper, it's going to be embossed cardstock. But again, as I say frequently, my goal is to inspire you to take what I've done and, maybe change it up and make it your own and add something or take something away, do something a little different, different colors, something. So there we go. I took away the designer series paper and put in a piece of embossed cardstock. Same thank you. And I'm just going to stamp it in Pool Party. See if I can get it centered again on here. There we go. So not a lot of stamping on this card, just one little sentiment strip. And the rest of the time, we just let our pretty designer series papers do all the talking. Okay, so for this one now, going to put our circles like this. So I'm sort of same kind of thing. I'm, top for one, bottom for the other. I did not emboss my cardstock this time. I could have. I did not. Maybe I'll what I might do. Look, sitting here just look at this lovely arrangement stamp set. I could stamp a little bit of a tone on tone, couldn't I? Just to, snazz it up a little bit. What? It's not a large piece, so I might need to do the leaves because I think this might look a little odd. Let's try the leaf. And if it doesn't like it, if it doesn't look good, and we don't like it, I have used that special two-sided cardstock. We will just flip it over. Okay. I'm just going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. And I think I may also, because this is kind of a solid image, not an outline, I'm going to stamp it off because I really don't want this to steal the show or anything. I just want to add a little bit of, oh, that's very, very light, but it might be okay. We like it, but we want it darker. We can always redo it too. You can see it. You can see it. It's very light. Should have been a little darker. Where did my sentiment go? Oh, I've lost my sentiment. It's under here hiding. It could be just a little darker, I think. Just a little bit. Maybe. Let's try it again. I don't want it plain. I do like the stamping. So we've made one decision. So I'm just gonna tap very gently and hopefully not take quite as much ink off. There we go. That's a little bit better. This round. I'm also holding it for a moment. There we go. I think I like this better. Ooh, okay. I think that's going to work. Move some of these things out of the way. Let's do this. Did I clean my sentiment? I think that I did. But better double clean than not at all. Okay, so this is not heavily embossed, but I'll just come in with my liquid glue for these. Quick and easy. This down so you can see the flowers. These flowers are more evenly spaced on all the edges, or top and bottom, so that we're not going to cover them all up. But okay, and then I'm going to I'll put this down flat. So again, don't want my adhesive to go right to the very edge. Sort of centered. That kind of works. There we go. Okay. And then, so let's put this down onto our card base. Forgot to put out a reminder that I was doing this one today. I have mystery stamping tonight. We do that on Zoom, and that's all clues. So if you want to join me on Zoom tonight, I did an email earlier today. I have not posted it today. There we go. I should put it on social media, shouldn't I? So many things I've been trying to unpack. I'm mostly there, but there's always lots to do after a retreat. And so I'm trying to unpack, but not unpack things that I need, because I'm doing our church's shop local market is on Saturday this week. It got rained out in May, so this is shop local take 2. So anything that I had at the retreat, things like my kits and that, I'm trying to, well, I didn't even bring the boxes downstairs. They're in the garage on a table, and trying to sort those things out there so that I don't have to heave ho quite as much. Okay, it's good. It's where it needs to be. So there we go. These could have been a little closer, actually, now that I look at that. I like these spread apart. These could have been squished in a little bit. But I think we're a little late for that decision, so they are going to be where they are. And here we have, these are array of dots. And we have some in Pool Party. So I think we should use those. What do we think? All up there? Should do some down here. Oh, look, 3 different sizes. And this one should have been a little more centered in that gap. That's what my eye says. I think it works. There we go. These back in here. Maybe. Okay, so there you have it. Couple cards, 1 landscape, 1 portrait. So if I said my card was portrait, I am not a liar. It was just the second card. You already have some ideas. That is awesome. That's always my goal. So I love that, Kathy. Off to the craft room, eh? Thank you so much for joining me. Let me just come back here. There we go. I hope you like the cards. It's an easy layout, but you can switch it up, show off our pretty designer series papers, or texture it up a bit with embossing, or you could even stamp some sort of pattern on the back, or do some tone on tone stamping the way I did there, embossed over here. Lots of options. And you can layer things up as well. If you want to do double circles or layer this, layer your sentiment. This is just this is the straight up kickoff point. So hoping to inspire your crafting. And as I do that, I wish you all a fantastic evening, and I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.